Oh, all right, watch out.
Oh, good, they left us a note. Al's repair. See what you can do with the generator. It's been going off and on without warning, and now it seems to be off for good.
That's why the light didn't work. There's the candle. Hungry?
This must be the wrong place.
Key works.
Oh.
There we go.
There's some candles.
I don't have any matches.
Oh, don't worry, I do.
You smoke?
No, I always carry matches in case. I like to be prepared. Oh.
That does it.
There we go. Okay.
All right.
Maybe we should blow them out.
Doesn't look like they spent the money on the inside either. Or maybe they buried it in the yard.
What on earth is this?
Some kind of hair.
Great. This is a disaster. I'm so sorry, Michael. But look, I'm going to clean it up. You go get the bags and everything will be fine. And don't worry about it. It's not going to be so bad. You'll see.
Okay.
I brought you a get well present.
Oh, now you shouldn't have done that. You really shouldn't have done that.
Well, you see, they'll help keep your upper body in shape while your leg heals.
You really are single-minded, aren't you?
Look, they're good for you. Besides, here, look, they're easy to put on.
Are they easy to take off, I hope?
I don't know about that. Now, look, when you walk around, I want you to wear them. You just have to tighten them up.
Okay.
And then you'll flap your hands up and down a lot, just like that. 1, 2, 3, there you go. Now you're getting it.
You sure I can fly like this, Orville?
Landing is going to be the tough part.
Rehearsing for Capellia, are we?
Mac's showing me how to keep my muscles from atrophying.
Well, now that he has you all cranked up, how will he ever get you down?
Sorry, thought you left.
Not yet.
Hey, partner, why are you sitting here in the dark?
I was just thinking, Vic. What's in the box?
No, it's nothing, just some personal junk, yeah.
So they gave you my office, huh? Well, I think they're a little ahead of themselves, don't you? My last official day is Friday.
Listen, I am not hustling you out. I just brought in a few things because I was doing so much work on your cases and, well, actually, I'm not doing that much work.
I imagine you have done plenty. Did they give you the wharf robberies, too?
No, they turned that over to uniforms. It's considered low priority.
Low priority? Why?
Who can figure how they figure?
You figure I deserved what I got?
Hey, that's a tough call.
If it's a tough call, you must think I do.
You haven't been around much, and when you do come into work, it's usually a lot on outside business, private matters. However, had it been left up to me, no, I would not have fired you. I'd have given you a talking to and told you to straighten out your act or something. But in fact, I thought the meeting between you and the captain was going to be about that.
Yeah, well, I guess he's less forgiving than you.
Listen, let me tell you something, someone may take over your office, but no one's going to fill your shoes.
We'll see. Look, I'll be back later in the week to clear out my office, clear the desk.
When?
I don't know. Does it matter?
Yeah, actually, me and the guys were thinking about throwing a little surprise party, but I guess I've blown that now.
You do me a favor and head that off. I'm not really in the mood for another surprise. Maybe we could get together in a couple weeks on the outside.
Okay. Hey, Cruz, one more thing. What do I tell people who call up here for you?
Don't tell them a damn thing. I want to break this news to people myself.
types women fall all over themselves to defend. You know, I really don't appreciate his dropping in like this and the way he was manhandling you. On the other hand, you may have appreciated it.
Actually, I loved it. You really ought to be nicer to him, Big Lord Fauntleroy. You owe him one.
For what?
Mac is responsible for saving my life and Samantha's while you were otherwise engaged on one of your many, many schemes.
I'll remember him in my prayers. I promise to be more polite. Or whatever you said. Much nicer?
So much for Mac. What I'm interested in is this sudden desire of yours to become DA again. I don't know what this has to do with your plan to save the world, however, as we both see it. You remember putting Capwell Enterprises in the center of the universe, where the sun, the moon, and the stars can all busy themselves revolving around it.
You are imagining things and doing it even more garrulously than usual, if that's possible. Now let's get a move on. We'll be late to Eden's.
We're going to Eden's?
Didn't I tell you? I asked Eden to invite the whole family over for dinner tonight so that I could announce my new career plans. Do you have anything dressy in the way of a cast?
You didn't say anything to them yet?
Tonight's the night.
My, this is going to be an interesting evening.
Well, would I put you through this ambulatory agony for anything less?
I thought this look would be good for campaign dinners. You know, very simple lines, yet attractive.
Yeah, it's very nice, but you really shouldn't have done this, Gina.
But I wanted to. I mean, not only as a gesture of friendship, but as a candidate's wife, you'll be a walking advertisement for my dress line. Just think about what Jackie Kennedy did for Halston.
Yeah, but he did something for her, too. I mean, this is so sweet of you, but there's really nothing here that's my style. I mean, mini dresses just really aren't me.
Oh, come on, Laura, that's all in your mind.
Well, it's also in my knees. I really hate my knees.
Oh, that's ridiculous. I'm sure your husband wouldn't agree with that.
What wouldn't I agree with?
Your wife doesn't think her legs are good enough to wear miniskirts.
I said my knees, not my legs.
Well, I think she's perfect. The ideal candidate's wife.
So do I. I wouldn't have it any other way.
Thank you.
So, I guess you must have heard the campaign is heating up.
I haven't heard anything. What do you mean?
Really? Well, Mason Capwell's decided to run.
You're kidding.
I'm afraid not. Looked to be a shoe-in is now turning into quite a horse race.
Well, you're lucky you know me. I mean, I know everything about Mason, everything in the world, and I promise you I can be of help.
Well, it might be valuable.
Oh, it'll be invaluable. You see, Mason has a tendency to fight dirty. He'll dig up every little thing he can on you, especially about your personal life. But I'm sure that won't be a problem.
Well, I guess we all have things that might look wrong in the right light.
You know, I am wasting my time designing dresses for Laura. I should be your campaign manager. What do you think? Hi.
Hi. What's this? An impromptu party. Welcome to it. And to your own home or anything else.
Oh, I didn't know.
Oh, sorry. Listen, I called you at work, but they said you'd already left, and Mason didn't give me much notice, so.
Not a problem. It's good to see everybody. That you, Julia?
Hey, I'm holding court on the couch. Come over here, approach me, and kiss my ring. Okay.
What's the problem, Your Highness?
I went one way and my knee went another.
Oh, don't look at me.
Why don't one of you strong men take a cork out of a wine bottle so we can all toast to having normal lives again?
Cruz is stronger than I am.
But Cruz has had the harder day.
We should let Julia do it. She's been working out regularly with a personal trainer.
Not now, dear.
Too bad Mac isn't here to do the honors. Well, I'll do it. This is going to be a festive occasion, and I am proud to take charge.
And take all the credit, no doubt.
What is this about?
All in good time, Inspector. All in good time.
I wish you could get that generator going so I could get up all this dog hair. And how am I going to make the dinner I planned without a stove?
Everything will be fine. Billy, just relax. Okay? We'll just make some sandwiches.
Sandwiches? I was planning on Cornish game hen, wild rice, wine. I don't know. Can you have wine and sandwiches together?
Sure, we'll just make up our own rules. Right? Let me see if I can find some glasses. And,
Why am I scratching like this? Are there mosquitoes in here?
search me.
You know,
I bet it's the bedroom window screen. It has a hole in it. That's where I first started noticing it. Are you bitten at all?
No. I am fine.
These aren't mosquitoes. These are fleas. It's those dogs. This place is full of fleas.
Well, then you must taste better than I do, because I really haven't been bothered.
Well, we can't sleep in here with it like this. There's only one thing that we can do. I saw some flea bombs in the pantry. We'll bomb the place.
Just think about the ways you could discredit Mason with my fund of knowledge. I mean, I'll quote you verse and chapter. We'll let the people know the kind of man they're really electing.
I won't run that kind of campaign.
Oh, don't be silly. Every politician runs that kind of campaign.
You don't know Ethan.
Well, nobody else is going to get to know him if he keeps being polite and gentlemanly. And you don't shake hands with a snake.
Just the same, I'm not going to change my mind, but I do have to tell you, I certainly appreciate your enthusiasm and your desire to help on the campaign. But I have a campaign manager.
Well, I want to jump on your bandwagon in some capacity. After all, I want to see you stay in office.
Well, I've got to say, you've got a very good pitch.
And she certainly doesn't know how to take no for an answer.
Well, not when I really believe in somebody.
Well, I'm flattered that you feel so strongly about my husband, but we've already put together a good team.
Well, I'll tell you what. If you change your mind and you want me, you've got my number.
I'll keep that in mind.
Well, we don't want to keep you, Gina. You've already devoted so much of your time to us. We're going to start feeling guilty.
I actually have dinner plans. I'm having dinner with my brother this evening. He invited me. Can you believe it?
That sounds like a nice occasion.
Actually, I'm doing it mostly for Brandon. He's become so enamored with Mac these days. You know how impressionable kids can be. Oh, I've got some more designs I want to show you, but they're at the office. Can I bring them over tomorrow?
Sure.
And do keep me in mind.
I will. Good night, Gina.
You could do worse, you know.
No, you could not do worse. So don't you dare consider her offer. Not for 1 minute.
Hi. Hi. Listen, if Eden sent you, tell her I'll be in a minute. I just wanted to get some air.
Eden didn't send me. I saw you walk out here, and I wanted to make sure that you were okay.
I'm fine.
It must be difficult to walk in here to a party in full swing.
Well, it just was it was an odd day for me, and I'm not really in a real sociable mood, so... Shouldn't you be resting your leg?
I'm being brave. Mason likes me that way, head back, teeth clenched. I heard some people talking at the courtroom, and, well, I didn't believe what they were saying.
Doesn't take long for the news to get around, does it?
Then it is true.
If we're talking about the same news.
I'm sorry.
It's just so ridiculous, you know? It's so strange. I don't know what's going on, but I'm going to be checking it out.
Good. I think it's a disgrace. And I represent people at the Waterfront Business Association, and they are going to be really upset when they hear about this. They demanded to be heard, and they stated that if you didn't take a case that they were working on, that they were going to hire a private investigator.
When?
About a week ago Friday, and the commissioner said that he would make this their priority, his priority, and that he would take care of it.
Well, isn't that interesting? That's the exact opposite of what Boswell just told me. Exactly the opposite.
Just so you know, I didn't say anything to anyone else. And I'm going to get Mason out of here early so you can be alone with Eden. Did you tell her?
No, I didn't tell her yet. She's going to think it's her fault that I was fired.
Why would she think that?
Because of all the time I took off trying to investigate Robert Barr and the strings I pulled, hoping to get the family business back. Not that it wasn't my choice, or that I wouldn't do it again, but...
It's going to be all right. It'll all work out.
Aha! You guys, dinner's ready, and Mason's ready to tell us why he's dragged us all here.
Oh, good. I better get him a glass of water and a handkerchief to mop his brow. Something tells me it's going to be a long speech.
Listen, I know you're tired, but this won't take long, I promise. It's just some career coup of Mason's. He wants to share it with us.
Sure. I'm cool.
Okay.
Let's go, here's good news.
All right.
I'll help him celebrate.
Well, having dinner alone, are we?
Go away, Gina. Go marry someone.
I can only stay a minute. I must say I'm surprised to see you here in this grand, lonely hotel that no longer belongs to you. I would think you'd be with Mason celebrating at his little dinner party. I mean, the possibility of him becoming the next district attorney should be worth hoisting a glass or two. Then, of course, he still does have to win the election. Though his accomplishments never excited you very much, did they? Seems kind of sad to me that a father can't be proud of his own son.
If Mason hasn't even announced he's running for district attorney, how the hell would you know?
You know me well enough to know the world holds no secrets from me.
Good.
You're late.
Oh, my car broke down.
You know, you really shouldn't come to a restaurant like this dressed like that.
Why? Didn't know they let me in. Let's eat.
Standards are falling down all over town.
Look, if I'm embarrassing you, let's go someplace else, okay? Come on.
No, it's all right. We'll eat here. I'll just hide my face. I took a tour of your gym today.
What are you doing, slumming?
Oh, I was thinking about joining it. But then I saw a list of its members, and there was nobody very important. It's not a very chic club.
Yeah. Come on. It's the best club in town. Besides, we got an awful lot of professional people there. Julia Capwell trains there, and she's an attorney.
So what? I mean, she may be your target, but as far as I'm concerned, she's dangerous. Now, Mason Capwell...
Oh, wait a second. Julia makes 10 Masons any day.
What are you talking about? What have you got against Mason?
Well, I just have the impression that he's a skirt chaser. And if he is, I feel sorry for Julia.
Skirt chaser? Really? Where'd you get that idea?
Like I said, it's an impression.
I see. Well, I kind of like the impression you do of Donald Duck better. Anyway, you wouldn't happen to know whose skirt he's chasing at the moment, would you?
As a matter of fact, no. I just think he fools around.
What makes you think so?
Nothing.
Look.
No, but stop, okay? Just stop, all right? Can we just order something and eat in peace?
No, you can't throw around accusations like that and then generalize about them.
Why not? Look, I'm sorry. Forget it. Forget I said anything. What's good on the menu?
But I don't see why you would want a woman like Gina associated with your campaign.
And why not?
Well, you know what kind of a reputation she has. I mean, for one thing, she was married to the most hated and corrupt district attorney Santa Barbara's ever had. You want to be tarred with the same brush?
Well, I don't think that's going to be a problem for me.
You astound me. A man of your taste and discernment. How could you possibly be drawn to a woman like Gina?
You know, I thought she was your good friend.
Well, she is, up to a point.
Oh, no, that's very interesting. She's your good friend, but up to a point? You know, I think this has to do more than just with her offer to help with the campaign. Now, I hesitate to say this, but you think that you might just be jealous of her?
Not in the way you mean. I think you're using her to make a point. It's like you're flaunting her attraction to you. Ethan, I've seen the way you turn on the charm whenever Gina's around, and I wonder if you're nearly as attentive when I'm not there. It's okay, Romeo. Your point is coming through loud and clear now. Exactly what would you like me to do about it?
Well, I don't know whether Dad's coming or not, but I don't think I want to wait any longer for
He
him.
should be here soon, Mason.
He should have been here on time. He'll just have to learn about it after the fact. Listen up, everyone.
Drum roll, please.
I really wanted us all here. Anyway, with him or without him, the circus must go on. Family has been through a rough time recently. I know that each of us has felt that the luster of the Capwell name has been diminished, and it's my hope that my news will help us all to feel proud and polished again. To that end, I have decided to...
In the nick of time.
I can't believe it. I really can't believe it. You're running for district attorney again, and I have to hear it from Gina, Timmons, not even from you?
Actually, no one's heard it from me. They were just about to. Thank you for sparing me the trouble.
That's what it's all about, huh? You forget about the family? You forget about Capwell Enterprises? Just think of yourself again?
Charming. Once again, you've managed to take a happy occasion and turn it inside out.
And once again, you've abandoned the people closest to you. You're saying goodbye to getting the company back? Take all your time and energy and devote it to your own selfish purposes? Is that what it is again?
I was advised to run by people who matter.
Oh, really? Who happened to advise you? Julia, for instance?
Among others.
You really think this is what's best and the right thing to do? Do you really back him up on this?
Why not? Besides, would it really matter if I didn't? He'll do it anyway if he feels it's right, and our opinions aren't going to make him stop. Mason makes up his own mind about things.
Thank you, Julia. While not exactly an endorsement, those are kinder words than I've ever heard from my father.
Meanwhile, you were singing a different tune several weeks ago, Julia.
That's right. I was. Well, now I'm singing a new one, C.C. Don't you think it's ridiculous for you and I to carry on as if you and I are rivals for Mason?
You know, I think this whole thing is ridiculous. The only reason I said I had this party in my house is because we weren't going to talk about Capwell Enterprises. I think it's time we all take a step forward, don't you?
Can't we just be happy for him?
Maybe you can manage that. I can't.
You know, Daddy, you take this whole takeover as if it were some sort of personal injury to you. You don't realize what everybody else has gone through. Mason and Julia were separated for 3 months. Cruz and I mean, we don't even know how to handle it. Now, maybe you think of it as my fault. Maybe it was. I don't know. But I think we have earned the right to decide what we're going to do with our lives. We can't sacrifice them for a company we don't even own anymore.
Eden, that's enough.
Yes, Eden, that's good enough.
Daddy.
And if that is the consensus here, I obviously don't belong, so why don't you all go on celebrating because you don't need me?
No.
Excuse me?
Well, another otherwise happy occasion bites the dust.
Not if we don't let it. Here's to your new job, Mason. Good luck and great success.
We'll just lay these papers down, put the flea bomb on top of it. It'll clear up in no time.
No, not according to this. It says you got to stay out for 6 hours afterward. We're both going to have to sleep in here.
We can't do that. I mean, there's only one sofa. But we do have to get rid of the fleas, don't we? I mean, to use the bedroom.
Look, you do what you want. I'm tired. I want to sleep, okay? You take the sofa. I will sleep on the floor, okay? I have a sleeping bag in the car.
Michael, you can't sleep on the floor. You won't sleep
Don't worry about me. I can sleep.
Oh,
I've
no,
been
it's no
camping many
problem.
times,
I
right?
just
You
wanna-
take the sofa.
No, it's okay.
Look, we don't need to argue about this. Okay, you take the sofa.
I'm sorry. I just wanted this weekend to be so right for us. And you worked so hard at the community center. I know you needed a break, and I guess I just had unrealistic expectations. I mean, no one told me this place was a palace. I just sort of decided it was.
It's not that bad.
Not that bad.
No.
It's terrible. There's no lights, no music, no dinner. This isn't a ranch. It's a flea circus. Everything has gone wrong, and now you're angry at me, and I don't blame you for being angry at all, but I just wish you
I'm
would.
not angry at you. I am tired, and I just want to sleep.
Okay. Once I shut up, there'll be nothing to keep you from sleeping. So, I'm not going to say another word.
Thank you. Always glad to pose for pictures.
Ow! You set that up. You had that photographer wait outside so you could look gallant carrying in your wounded wife.
Nothing of the kind. Either word has started to spread about my candidacy, or the tourists are more restless this year than usual.
You probably want me to stay this way so you can get sympathy votes. And then when my knee heals, you'll probably try to get me pregnant.
Interesting. I have thought about that since I've been back. Before I went away, you did tell me that you wanted another baby. Do you still feel the same way?
Why would I want another baby? I have you.
I'm trying to be serious. I want to tell you something else. I've never loved anyone more than I loved you tonight when you spoke up to my dad.
I meant every word, as far as it went.
Well, I'm glad you feel that way because I want something else.
Are you going to tell me without my having to ask?
I don't think that anything has ever enlarged our love the way Samantha did when she arrived. You remember what we went through?
Lord, yes.
Well, I would like to have that experience again. You said you wanted it too.
I know, that's what I said. But I don't feel that way anymore.
You're not at all what I expected.
Yeah? How's that?
Well, you're relaxed and easygoing. It's nice.
Somebody told you I wasn't?
Oh, no. I guess it was just an impression that I got. We all make wrong decisions about people.
There's a lot about me that you probably don't know.
Like what?
Like when I was sitting here lying down, it just reminded me when I was trying to sleep in jail.
You were in jail?
Yeah. I've had my share of trouble.
Somehow I can't imagine you ever causing it.
Well, I think I did. Now that I've had a chance to think about it.
Sleeping here reminds me of when I was a little girl.
Yeah?
My bed was lumpy like this. But cozy.
Yeah.
And I always felt so safe and secure.
Good. Sleep well.
You too.
Ah, you still up?
I doubt very much I will ever sleep again.
And I will always know where Mason gets his flair for the dramatic.
Don't minimize what I've been through, please.
I'm not, and I'm sorry about what happened tonight, but I could have warned you. You walked in there like a hurricane.
Well, my dear ex-wife, you'll never know how much it hurt to open that door and see the whole family together and remember that empty breakfast table I had to sit at when nobody would join me. I don't like being treated like an outcast.
No one is consciously treating you that way, but everyone's aware that you still want us to dedicate our time to scheming and striving to get the company back, and we all have other priorities now.
I know, that much is evident. That shocks me a little bit, too.
Well, it shouldn't shock you, and I think you should forget what happened and try to continue and go on with your life. The rest of us are trying to do that.
The rest of you didn't spend a lifetime building this company only to watch it crumble away. And Mason didn't have supportive mates who helped them make a fresh start, not someone who pops in and out of their lives while dating other men.
Well, I'm excited about Mason. He was a good district attorney once. Well, he was an okay one. Maybe he'll be a better one this year. That is, if he wins the election. Do you think I was too hard on Daddy? I mean, sometimes I wonder if he knows how many times I lay awake at night wondering what I could have done differently.
Eden, you have nothing to be ashamed of, and you can't let your father or the publicity or anything else make you feel that way.
Thanks for saying so. What about you? Been kind of quiet this evening. Everything okay?
Yeah. I guess I was just kind of blown away by the import of the occasion. I've never had a DA for a brother-in-law before.
I hope Mason appreciates what he's getting.
It was a great dinner.
He didn't eat much.
Maybe I'll nibble on something before I go to bed.
You need to fix your plate?
I can do it.
Anything you can do, I can do better. Is anything wrong?
Well, let me put it this way. We had some
Excuse me.
Eden, hi. I'm sorry. I know it's late, but
No.
I really need to talk to Cruz. It's very important.
Come on in. He's right here.
Thanks. I need to talk to him alone. Will you forgive me?
Gina, do you realize it's 10:30 in the evening?
And all is well. I just heard the exciting news. I came to congratulate you. It's never too late for that, is it?
You could have phoned. You could have wired. Message in a bottle would have been better than this.
Oh, don't be cranky, Mason. I want to congratulate you in person. Where's Julia?
Taking a bath. Shouldn't you be home doing the same thing?
No, I already took one. Like my thoughts, my body's clean.
I'm sure the armed forces will be thrilled to hear that.
Don't worry, you don't have to offer me anything.
What I'm offering you is exactly 2 minutes to tell me the purpose of this impromptu visit, and I will not accept that you were so excited to hear the news or that you couldn't wait to shake my hand.
You like other people to call a spade, don't you?
Yes?
I think that's an admirable quality in our next district attorney. I just hope that you understand the feeling that I have about the office. I mean, ever since Keith, I've held it in deep reverence.
Well, Keith is very much a part of our judicial history. I understand that his ghost still haunts the men's room at the Hall of Justice every Christmas.
I'm serious, Mason.
God forbid I should ever take you lightly. So, now what are you being serious about?
Laura and Ethan Asher. You see, they're good friends of mine, and as a matter of fact, Laura and I go way back.
Hell, you go way back all by yourself.
Don't start with me, okay, Mason? My point is that, well, Ethan's a very upstanding citizen. He intends to run a clean campaign. I just want to make sure that your intentions are as admirable as his.
I'm going to defeat him, Gina, and not marry him.
Yes, but are you going to do it honorably? My point is, I know how dirty you can play. And I don't want you digging up a lot of mud and throwing it at Ethan.
Well, now, what kind of mud could I possibly dig up and throw at such a fine, upstanding man? Is there some? If there is, tell me so that I don't use it, even by accident.
Don't try to kid me, kiddo. I tell you what, I know how you can be. And if I see you trying to hit Ethan below the belt, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to fight fire with fire. And I can do it, too. Because I'm a minefield of information.
Is that one of your thinly veiled threats or just one of your badly mixed metaphors?
No, actually, it's a heartfelt appeal to your better nature. If your better nature hasn't been dead so long that it can no longer be contacted.
You can always get through to me, Madame Arcati.
I certainly hope so. Oh, well, I must be going. These seances take so much out of me. So, good luck with your clean and honorable campaign.
You know, the other day, your date for the evening, Dr. Donnelly called looking for you. I was almost tempted to tell him to have you home by 11.
Well, I'm sorry that happened. It was tactless of him to do that. If you don't want me around, you just have to say so.
What I'm saying is I can't go on living this way. This marriage of inconvenience. You're too too important to me.
What am I supposed to do?
I think we should redefine the ground rules. Even with my business gone, I don't think I'd be as crazed. If you were around with me, you always were a steadying influence on me. I mean, it's back and forth routine. I agree that we should start all over again, but it has to be all or nothing.
What is that supposed to mean?
It means you're with me. Or you're not. It means you are my wife. Or you're nothing.
Ethan would never have let them put his name on the ticket, except that they promised him that he'd be running unopposed, and he realized that he could never withstand the scrutiny of a full-fledged campaign. But now, from what I hear, no one scrutinizes like Mason.
With or without Mason, you are going to have to face some publicity, some press, you know.
Well, that's different. I mean, I can live with people whispering about Michael and me, but what I can't live with is the possible revelation that I killed a man. I mean, self-defense or not, it would ruin Ethan's political career, and I couldn't bear to be responsible for that.
I understand your concern. And for what it's worth, Laura, I don't talk to anybody about that case.
What I need to know, Cruz, is, what if someone were to ask you point blank?
Well, I still wouldn't say anything to give it away. Excuse me, I gotta check in on Adriana.
Cruz? Oh.
I'll get it, girl.
Okay.
Well, I better be getting home. Ethan worries about me when I'm out late. Thank Cruz for me.
Sure.
I'm sorry about ruining her evening.
Oh, no. I didn't do anything.
Eden. I'm sorry. I have been so thoughtless. Please, would you tell Cruz that both Ethan and I are so terribly sorry about what happened? I mean, we both think that the department is making a horrible mistake, but I'm sure that Cruz is going to be going on to bigger and better jobs. Just let him know that we're on his side.
Sure.
Good night.
Good night.
Aren't you coming to bed?
I'm wondering how much I am to blame for what you said earlier about not wanting any more children.
I didn't mean forever, I just meant now.
Well, fine, but how much time do we have left, realistically speaking? Am I to blame, Julia?
Yeah, I suppose in a way you are. You want it all. Mason, you want to be district attorney. You want to be respected by your father. You want to save the company. You want to be my hero and the perfect family man, poet, prophet, dragon slayer, and I know that you won't be happy until you have been each and every one of them. And I want you to be all of those things, too. Even though I know that that means that you'll go away time and time again. I won't stop you. But having another child means that basically I will be raising the child by myself. Because whether you're here or off on some sort of adventure, that seems to be the way that it always winds up. And I think that children need consistency and a routine, and those are the very things that you run away from.
Do you hate me for that?
No. This magazine cover, 2-car, 2-kid, 2-career marriage was never anything that I ever dreamed of until I met you. but it vanished the last time that you did. And I'm not blaming you, but I'm not holding my breath for it to return. We have a strong marriage, believe it or not. But we are far from conventional. We're just not made that way.
And that's all right with you?
Yes.
Liebe und Leidenschaft, Intrigen und Hass. Wie es weitergeht, erfahren Sie schon morgen zur gewohnten Zeit im California Clan, hier bei RTL.